Good day, everyone. Welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Here is a really fine cookie recipe that is another blast from the past. It's called Thimble Cookies in my world. That's what my mom used to call them. But you might know them as finger cookies or thumbprint cookies. Whatever you call them, they're absolutely delicious. And let's go ahead and make some today. Add 1 cup of butter to your large mixing bowl. And now 1/3 of a cup of white sugar. And also 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. And when I say brown sugar, I usually use the yellow sugar. And then add 1 large egg yolk. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Half a teaspoon of salt. And 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. And this just helps with the texture to make it a little bit more tender and crumbly. Then whisk that together until it's well incorporated. Now finally add 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. This will make a fairly stiff dough. So you may find that your mixer works a little hard. You can stop and mix the rest of it by hand. This mixer seems to be handling it quite well, but I'm still going to knead it a little bit by hand to make sure that it holds together well. So I'm scraping down the sides of the bowl with a large spoon, and then I take the dough and I knead it in my hands till it's smooth. And get out some white sugar for rolling the cookie balls in. Pinch off little pieces of dough and roll them into about 1-inch balls. And roll them in the white sugar until it's fully coated. And place them on a prepared cookie sheet that has parchment paper on it. And repeat these steps until you have all the dough used up. And when you place them on the cookie sheet, place them about 2 inches apart. And who has a thimble these days? Well, I still do. So if you do, use the thimble and press a little indent in the middle of each of the balls. I washed my thimble with some soap and water before using it. And you can simply make your indent into the round ball, or you can take the bottom of a glass and flatten the cookie out just a little bit before doing the indent. This will help to make your cookies a little bit more round and uniform. I like to flatten it with the glass just a little bit. Not only because I like the looks of it, but also because the cookie's not quite so thick through and it'll cook through nicer. Take out your favorite jam, and that's what you're going to be putting in the middle of that indent. You can use any type of jam that you like. Today I'm using raspberry jam. But I think it would be nice if you did different colors of jam, like a raspberry jam, maybe a grape jam, maybe peach. Just an example to give a little bit more decorative appearance when you want to plate them. But of course you'd have to like all the flavors that you're using so that when you eat it you actually enjoy it as well. Because you want it to taste every bit as good as it looks, of course. There, now these are ready to go into the oven. So now we'll place them in a 375-degree oven for about 11 minutes, or until the edges are starting to turn golden brown. Even though I do have convect bake, I put it on the middle rack and do 1 cookie sheet at a time, and then I prepare the rest of the cookies while I'm waiting for that to bake. And you should have enough for about 2 dozen cookies. And allow the cookies to cool completely before enjoying them, because the jam will be quite hot when it first comes out of the oven. So here's another great cookie recipe. I hope you go ahead and make it and enjoy. And until next time, happy eating!